Hi and welcome to my maths class. Today we're going to discuss the geometry of grade 12. Okay, let us start with basic proportions. Okay, you're done proportions in grade 9. Let's take something like 100 and 120. If I were to simplify it, I would have 5:6. If I had another ratio, let's say I had 50:60. If you simplify this, it is also 5:6. Now, what I'm trying to show you is that if we are working with ratios, when I tell you the ratios are equal, it does not mean that their values or their lengths are equal. It means when I simplify it and I bring it down to its easiest or simplest form, then they are the same, but it is not a referral to the length. So if I gave you a line and I said this ratio, I am cutting it into 1:4. That does not mean I'm telling you that this is 1 centimeter and this is 4 centimeters. If I tell you the entire line is 100 centimeters, then what it would mean is if I have a ratio of 1:4, then it means that I'm cutting this into 5 pieces. So I'd say 100 divided by 5 gave me 20. So this would be 1 times 20 and 4 times 20. So the length of the line is one part is 80 centimeters and one part is 20 centimeters. Again, what I'm emphasizing is that the ratios can be equal, but that does not mean that the lengths are equal. Okay, let us take another line. Now I'm telling you that line AP and PB are the ratio of 20K to 30K. Now if we were to write it in a simpler form, so I've got 20K over 30K. When I simplify it, what happens? The K and the K cancel, and the 20 to 30 can become 2 over 3. So the ratio is 2:3. Can you see that? Let's say I've got 10S over 15S. Again, the S's can cancel, and if I simplify 10 over 15, I've got 2 over 3. So my ratios of the two lines are exactly the same. The ratios are the same, but the lengths are totally different. You can see this APB is much shorter than JKL. So when we're talking about ratios, we must remember ratios does not mean equal lengths. Now, since the ratios are equal, what can I say? I can say that AP over PB is going to equal to JK over KL. Can you see? What are we doing? We are basically saying that the ratio of AP over PB is going to equal to the ratio of JK over KL. Even though they are different, their ratios are the same. So when I bring them down to their simplest form, the ratios are the same. Now, if we are working with ratios, you know from your grade 9 work that if we were working with ratios, you could do a cross multiplication. So I could have AP times KL is equal to JK times PB. And you can change it any way you like. Now I can decide, okay, I'm going to divide it by AP. So now what would I have? I would have had that KL is equal to JK times PB over AP. What I'm showing you is that when we're working with one standard ratio, afterwards any adjustments you do would make the equation valid. What we need to remember is that ratios can be equal, but lengths are not equal. Now, since we are emphasizing on that. If I give you a line, when you are working with ratios, get into the habit of putting unknowns. So make this K, make this P. But what it tells me immediately is that yes, the ratio is equal, but the value or the length is different. So if I said K is equal to 10 centimeters, then you can say, okay, this is 20 centimeters and this is 30 centimeters. If I said P is equal to 20 centimeters, then you can say, okay, so this is 40 centimeters and this is 60 centimeters. So get into the habit of putting unknowns next to your ratios. Thank you for watching.